So you guys loved our comparison between the Kia Stinger and the Holden Commodore SS-V Redline. That's the now extinct Aussie V8 muscle car. How do I know? Well, over 900 of you left comments on the video, but about 20 of you disagreed with this bit. Now, one of the downsides to the Stinger is that when you have stability control switched off, like we do now, you find yourself an open piece of pavement like this, tip it in, bury the throttle. There's plenty of tyre smoke, but the stability control is still well and truly switched on. When we're starting to get quite sideways and we put in a bit of lock, I can feel it biting there, and I can keep sort of adding power, and it looks impressive from the outside, but it's not actually switched off. So, was I wrong? Well, that's what we're here to find out. So Kia got wind of my comments and they made it all the way through to Albert Biermann's office. Does that name sound familiar? Well, it should, because he was in charge of BMW's M division. He was then poached by the Koreans, which means he's worked on the M3 and also the Kia Stinger. So my theory is we take the M3, switch off all of the stability controls and put it through a set of tests. We then put the Stinger through the same test and see what the outcome is. If Kia's right, they should behave the exact same way. To preserve tyres, we've wet down the track and set up 3 tests. We'll use the M3 as our performance benchmark, and with stability control off, we should see it whip around all tests without any electronic intervention. The first test is a donut around a set of cones in first gear. Test 2 is a first gear power slide around the cones. Finally, test 3 is a faster second gear power slide around the cones. As expected, the M3 passed all 3 tests with flying colours. But what about the Stinger? Right, so we've seen the BMW works. Mr. Biermann got it right. ESP off is ESP off. We're now in the Stinger. I'm going to switch everything off here. That is coming up now. So we're holding it for 5 seconds, traction and stability control disabled. I'm going to manually select first gear and we're going to tip it in and see what happens. Bury the throttle and around we go. There you go. This is working well. I don't mind that. That is good, so tick for the donut. Okay, test 2, first gear power slide. I'm gonna get halfway through, punch the throttle. We'll see what happens. This is where I felt it intervening when we did it in the yellow Stinger. Ooh, okay. See, something happened there. It wasn't stability control though. We hit the limiter first to second. When I grabbed second, it sort of cut briefly, and then it gave us torque again and we started spinning the wheels once more. So I have a feeling it could actually be the gearbox that's causing this. All right, we're gonna give that one more shot just to be 100% sure that it is actually the gearbox that's interrupting there. So come back into here, drop back to first, turn in, bury the throttle. There it is, just hit the limiter, and then back to sliding again. Okay, so it looks like it is the gearbox here, not stability control that's intervening. Okay, last test. Second gear power slide. I'm going to come into here in second, punch the throttle, and we're going to see what happens. So around it goes. Oh yeah, that feels all right. That was good. So second gear, no dramas, it holds it fine. Even with some lock there, it wasn't intervening at all. Gearbox was happy, everyone's happy, and Paul is very happy. That was so much fun, and we discovered something today, that stability control is off when you turn it off in the Kia Stinger. So that also means I was wrong. Doesn't happen often, but I was definitely wrong in this case. If you've seen any other things in any of our other videos that you think could be wrong, let us know so we can investigate them. Head to caradvice.com for the latest car reviews, and don't forget to subscribe.